What's dripping, my Call of Duty nieces and nephews? Thank you for pulling up on your Call of Duty uncle. I guess this is somewhat of breaking news because yesterday we did get the 1.75 update. So if you did hop on the game yesterday, then you should have experienced your platform updating or whatever. Just depending on what platform you're on. It would depend on how many gigabytes and things like that, or even megabytes that it took, for your game to update. So today we will be going over the new patch notes that was dropped yesterday that I didn't go over, but you know what? I'm releasing today. Don't hold that against me. But I don't hold y'all no longer. Let's dive in. All right, family, here we are on the multiplayer side of things for June 2nd, which was yesterday, right? So for the global side, for the gunsmith, we're gonna go over these one by one. So they did say they addressed the issue where the Model L drain hazard blueprint was missing Mastercraft UI elements for the barrel attachment category. Then also it said it addressed the issue where the LC-10 Storm Range blueprint was missing the Mastercraft UI elements for the barrel attachment category as well. And then lastly, it said they addressed the issue where the Compact 92 printer end blueprint was missing the Mastercraft UI element for the stock attachment category as well. We already know when it comes to the updates and things like that, like we are gonna always have some type of issues. And it seems like it's always like we have more issues more often than none, right? I know that we're gonna always have issues, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us at this point for sure, like we can start seeing less issues with the game, especially when it comes to these blueprints that you're pretty much spending your money on to get. Now, again, they did address it, they did fix it, but it's just the simple fact that you have to go through these type of things just to be able to, enjoy what you have bought. What's in the game? Since they already pushing out, they pushing out these blueprints and like inside these stores for you to go, not stores that's in plural, but inside the battle store for you to go purchase. Like they gotta do better with that because we shouldn't have to go through that type of thing just in that regard. Now for the UI fixes, speaking about all this, stores and things like that. Now for the UI thing, it's a feature test that surfaced select stores content in the loadout menu was published in the season 4 update in error. That's what they call it, in error, right? It says this feature has now been removed from the live game. Now I don't actually have no footage of this. If I can find some, I'll definitely post it up here for you all. But it was a situation where I knew for a fact that when I went into the event tab, right? They had the event tab, whatever the event is for that particular time frame. And then also the XP, we have that as well, for the event that we have coming up for the current weekend and so forth and so on. But they also had store bundles and the blueprint things you can buy, like ads and stuff like that, that they were trying to push up on you. Now, again, they said it was an error. They did not mean to do this. Do we believe it or not? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that for you all to judge because we know sometimes that things do get leaked out and some things do be intentional, but we know how Call of Duty is. I don't want to hold it against them, but we just know what it is when they do drop things in the game that they're not supposed to. Now, I don't know who was sleeping on the goddamn button, who hit that goddamn go send button for this to be in the game, but once everybody's seen this, no, not everybody, but majority of the Call of Duty community, it really did get a lot of backlash because they feel like Call of Duty, once again, is forcing so much stuff down our throat that shouldn't be forced down, right? The issue is no one wants anything forced upon us. Like, let things just be organically bought or play or anything of that nature, right? But again, they said it was an error. Do you believe it or not? Again, like I said, we gonna leave that to you. I just don't like the fact that it was available, and who knows, maybe somewhere down the line, they might introduce this again. And not only was it inside the events tab, it was also, when people was looking at the attachments and blueprints like that, it was also within that category as well. So it was like every time you looked around or go to a certain section of the game, you would see ads to buy certain blueprints and store bundles and things like that. And again, a lot of people from the community really didn't like that. So, hey, Call of Duty, y'all gotta get it together. Whoever's sleeping over on the job, hitting these buttons and making these things go live here, hey, they making y'all get a lot of slack right now, you feel me? So, hey, we gotta go fix that. Not we, but y'all, you feel me? But, hey, I got confidence that y'all will. Now, as we move further along for multiplayer, for rank play, the following changes for rank play were made on 5/30, which is May 30th, and then it says competitive maps and modes have been corrected to follow the CDL competitive settings. So them addressing that, changing things up, that's a good job because anytime you are playing these type of maps in the CDL competitive, you want to make sure you're doing the same thing that they do in their pro league setting. So big job on that one. And then the vote for forfeit has been re-enabled. I forgot why they disabled that, but I'm pretty sure like no one was getting that same love, or everybody was getting a different experience while doing that vote to forfeit. Like it wasn't even, it really wasn't even working for one person or for the whole group and things like that. So they had to disable it just for them to even be able to fix it. So them doing it right now, good job. I hate that they even like took the long that it did, but you know what? It is what it is. And I also say live pings have been disabled from rank play. So, but I will say, y'all let me know in the comment section, what was it that y'all was experiencing with the live pings when y'all played rank play? What issue was y'all facing with these live pings? Was it overboard, not needed, things like that? Like, let me know in the comment section. Now, put your uncle on game real quick, you feel me? And then for the UI, it said address the issue where the weapon held by a random operator for Crimson 1 would be misaligned. So them addressing that for the UI, great job. But then let's move over here to zombies. Now for the general playlist updates, this is for zombies. It says address the issue that prevented players from using extenders, zip lines, and other fast travel mechanics when anywhere but here or nowhere but there was equipped to an active gobblegum pack. And this was added on May 30th. So them addressing that for my zombie lovers. I know this right here is the little thing, but these little things could turn into big thing, but them addressing it, good job on their behalf. I know that y'all are glad that this was addressed, especially for those who had this gobblegum active. And then for the challenges, it said address the issue where the hunker down challenge would not be completed when reaching round 15. So great job, they addressing that challenge right there. And then for the UI, it gives us 2. And it says that they addressed the issue that could prevent players from inspecting the profile of another player in their lobby. Again, I know that's a little thing, but some people do enjoy looking at other players' profiles. So them addressing that, great job on their behalf of that. But we do have another one. It said a fix has been deployed to address inaccurate zombie lifetime leaderboard stats for players who are prestige 10 or higher. And again, they did say this was added on May 30th. So them addressing that, good job. I know a lot of y'all take the leaderboards, serious, and which y'all very well should do, because hey, y'all putting a lot of time to get where y'all at. So y'all want to see the fix and things working for that. So great job on them addressing that right there. I hope y'all are satisfied in that regard that they did fix it at this point. And we move along for the graphics. They address the issue that could prevent the white screen from fading after completing a challenge in grief. I didn't even know that was even an issue. Now, that must have went like right past my radar, but good job that they fixed their graphics on part of that for the grief. So, because I know grief was the only thing that got dropped, for you all. So them addressing that, good job on that one. Then for stability, it goes on to say they address various stability issues without giving us a breakdown or a description on what stability that they actually fixed. We just gotta hope they did what they did for this update right now. But while we talking about stability, can y'all stabilize y'all finger on that like button for your Call of Duty uncle? It'd be greatly appreciated, as it does help out send out this video to other people to watch this video, and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, family, we want a Warzone patch notes. As we move further along, it does say Monday for June 2nd, which was yesterday. But for the UI and the UX, it said, now it's gonna be global. We already went through the stuff already. It says things about the error that they did for the test, and for the thing that's they trying to force down our throats. Once again, you feel me? We talking about the store bundles and things, the ads and all that type of stuff. So, hey, we already discussed that already, but let's move along down to the bug fixes. One thing that they said they fixed is the various stability and crash related issues. Now, we knew since the launch of season 4, it was so many players since the first few minutes or so, people was already crashing and having, like, even those who were able to get into the game were having stability issue. I'm one of them players too. I was really having a stability issue. I didn't have any crashes, but the game just felt stuttery. It didn't feel good at all. It just felt like it was, some ticks behind. So them addressing that, great job, but these things need to be fixed before the game even launch, right? It needs to be some type of method that they can use to avoid these type of issues, right? The next one, it says they fixed the issue causing hitching/stuttering in matches. Like I said, it's something that I also experienced as well, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you did as well also. And then it also says they fixed various collision issues that allow players to exploit under the map. I have yet for myself, y'all, I kid y'all not. Now, everybody's experience is going to be different, but me, myself, I don't find ways or get glitched in ways to go under any map or anything like that. Again, y'all probably play the game way longer and more than me, or whatever. Y'all might find out these little glitches and y'all just go abuse it or whatever. But they did fix those type of issues that allow players to do as such though. But God dang it, boy. Anybody who be finding things out, man, hey, I guess kudos to y'all, but so they can fix it, but hey, great job. They also said they fixed an issue where players were not receiving the correct amount of SR after completing a ranked match. Now, all my ranked players, I know y'all glad that they fixing that because no one likes not getting the correct amount of SR after a ranked match, especially when you sweating your god doggone balls off. You feel me? Or whatever it is that you're sweating off, but you get the point. Hey, they fixed it. They say they fixed it. Hopefully they did. Let's keep on moving forward. They say they fixed the issue where the search and destroy contract UI was not displaying for allies. Good job on that one. I know my search and destroy lovers right there. I know y'all glad they fixed that. They also said they fixed the issue where players will lose certain functionality if eliminated while planting a search and destroy contract bomb. Great job on that one as well. Cause hey, my search and destroy nieces and nephews, I know y'all glad they fixed that also. And lastly, they said they fixed the issue where the bomb location indicator would persist after the search and destroy contract expired. It seemed like it was a lot of issue with search and destroy in this update. I could be tripping though. Y'all let me know. I can definitely be tripping though, but it seemed like they fixed a lot of issues with search and destroy, which I'm not too for sure. I could totally be wrong that. I didn't think search and destroy, it could be due to the new search and destroy content that we have for Warzone. I ain't used to seeing search and destroy have too many issues, but for this contract for Warzone, I guess they did. They went on and fixed it. So, hey, great job on their behalf. Well, my Call of Duty nieces and nephews, it wasn't too much to go over, but that's gonna wrap up today's video. Y'all leave a comment down below on your overall thoughts of the patch note we went over today. Do you think or feel like a lot more should be done from Call of Duty for the game itself? But regardless, if y'all enjoyed today's content, then consider subscribing to the channel to stay up to date with all things related to Call of Duty content. It'll be nice to have you be a part of this community. And I recommend y'all watch this next video that YouTube have on screen for you. Thank you for watching, and remember to eat good and sleep good. One love.